Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing some benchmarks on the 5070 Ti. So today we're going to take a look at 1440p at ultra settings, and we're going to test out some different DLSS settings, as well as we're going to test it out with frame generation. So if you're curious to see how the 5070 Ti performs in Marvel Rivals, then this is the video for you. And if you would like me to test out different resolutions like 1080p next, make sure you leave a comment down below in the description. Now, what we're going to start out in our first test, we're going to be looking at, as you can see, you can't turn just DLSS off. It will give you some form of it, but to just leave it at native quality, you'll have your base. And then what I generally play at ultra quality, as it looks absolutely incredible, but you guys will be able to see that for yourselves. But we're going to start off with native, and we're going to start off with no frame generation whatsoever. And of course, we are using the Nvidia Reflex low latency, so that we don't have any interruptions in our, in our game. No stuttering or latency in our clicks and our performance in game. Now, as you can see, we have everything set to ultra, so we will go and load into a match for you right here. And as you can see, I have your FPS, your average FPS, your max FPS, and your 1% lows there for you. I am running this system on an i9 14900K with 64 gigs of RAM. My 5070 Ti has been slightly overclocked, as you can see. My timings and stuff there. If you'd like me to make a separate video on what my overclock settings were, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. It looks like maybe I should go on... Oh, we got two supports. We'll see. Let's see who the last one is. Maybe we'll go with
wonders out there in the cosmos. Few humans will ever be.
Black Panther, so we got a dive. We got two dives, so it'll probably be best if we dive their backlines. They dive with them.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
Spidey.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Rocket's already down. We're not really diving their backline. Got their rocket.
You're welcome. Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Maximum pulse.
Oh, couldn't get out of there. Alright. So now we will test out.
Maximum pulse.
Now we're going to try it with frame generation times 2. So the very base frame generation, as you can see, everything else is ultra. So times 2 frame gen. And let's see how it goes.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Fantastic! Haha! Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Got him. Let's get a little bit of healing. Alright. Oh, I went wrong guy. That was... What's your name? Oh, we got him.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Someone scratch my back.
This would be great. This would be great.
This
would be
is
great.
real firepower!
Thank you.
Hey, Dee, enjoy the amplifier! Behind us! Enemy ahead! Prepare to attack! Watch this spot! Maximum pulse!
Again.
Bring on the chaos!
Oh no. Thank you for the heals. Beautiful. So definitely frame gen feels fine. Frame gen totally feels fine there. Could have caught my key button, but focus on that. So let's see how frame gen at times 3 feels at native settings. Again, as you can see, ultra quality on everything else at 1440, native frame gen times 3. Yeah, so this is still very responsive. This to me feels fine. I have no problem playing this at a 3x frame gen. To me this feels totally fine and I have no issues with it whatsoever. I'm gonna need help from my healers here. Didn't get any. This is a times 3 frame gen. As you can see our FPS up to about 200. 190, hovering around 200 there, and this is again at native resolution. This is not without any DLSS running.
Maximum pulse! Man, I gotta make another beacon.
So yeah, this feels totally fine. I couldn't help me. So yeah, with times 3 frame gen, no issues whatsoever. Let's try times 4. So again, native resolution with 4x frame gen. We have Nvidia Reflex. That is the key here. This is what I cannot stress enough is the Nvidia Reflex low latency. There's magic behind the curtain, so I'm not feeling any latency between, if you can hear my clicks, my jumps on my mouse. Absolutely no latency feeling whatsoever. So for me, this feels great. For you, it probably will too. There are some snobs out there that just don't like the fake frames, but for me, when I have a high refresh monitor like this, to me, I actually really enjoy using frame gen. And in a game like this, where it's so fast-paced, I'm not noticing any kind of problems. Like if I go like this, their names aren't even like blurring out and stuff, right? Like I'm really, really impressed with the frame gen technology. And like frame gen times 4 when it's well implemented in a game like this, to me this feels totally fine. This is awesome. And I would use this regularly. Oh, my event didn't work. So this is times 4 frame gen and works totally fine, smooth as butter, feels great to me. And to me it still looks great. Like this looks great, completely playable, no problems with this whatsoever. So this is our native resolution times 4 frame gen.
Final 10 seconds.
Supernova!
Uh-oh.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
They're all going after me. Oh no, my team wasn't on the point.
Well,
Okay.
you can't expect to win them all.
So like I said, for me, I definitely had no problems whatsoever using times 4 frame gen. To me, that felt really incredible. I really had no problems with that whatsoever. And that was all at native resolution, 1440p max. Game looks incredible. So I have no issues with that whatsoever. Now we'll give it a try with DLSS on and see what you guys think.
My order
We'll go with
is sharp.
Psylocke.
My mind is sharper.
Oh, we got a Bucky. Okay, looks like we're all DPS and nobody wants to play heals. Alright, I will go on Rocket then. And let's set our frame gen to off, but we'll set our DLSS to ultra quality. Again, everything else is on ultra for you guys. And we'll see how she runs. So no frame gen, just DLSS ultra quality. Which to me, this is what I normally play on. And I think this looks phenomenal. I have a beautiful QD OLED monitor, 1440p, 360 Hz, which is why I enjoy the frame gen. My monitor can output those massive frames. But to me, This DLSS looks absolutely beautiful. I have no problems with the way this looks versus native.
2, 1.
It's really up to you and what you can perceive. For me, my monitor is I think about 27 inches, maybe 30 inches. I actually put this. Might help if I do that.
Stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Armor packs here. Hey up. You're welcome.
But yeah, as you can see, FPS about 107, 105.
I could eat for the day. We got an Don't mind me. I'm just dying. One down. I'll patch you up.
I found one of them.
You stopped them in their tracks.
The frames look fine. I mean, over 100 FPS is fairly decent.
Got one in my sights. You're welcome.
But obviously, things could be better.
Got a lock on a road. Got one in my sights.
Look behind you.
I'll patch you up.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
I was fine.
Go, heal up, heal up, heal up.
Always glad when that woman's gone.
Things down there.
You're ready for action. Team play. That's me. Look, itsy bitsy spiders.
I couldn't lift you up. Okay, so let's see what it looks like at frame generation times 2. This is what I would normally play at between 2 and 4 times frame gen in Marvel Rivals. Again, with Nvidia Reflex low latency, I have no issues feeling like there's a big delay in my input presses. So for me, I'm definitely for frame gen, and I don't notice any visible aliasing. But especially in a fast-paced game, I'm not looking at every little edge and literally like looking into specific frames. So to me, frame gen feels and looks perfect. Like this looks great to me. No problems whatsoever.
Relay deployed. It ain't
That thing.
You're ready for action.
Maximum
pulse.
It's wasted all.
I'll get you next time.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Spider-Man try and kill you? What a wasted all. 2 wasted alls.
This is real firepower.
There's still a chance to stop them. It's spider time!
Get her down, show them down. Got her. Nice.
You're welcome.
So as you can see, 154, 155, solid above, 150 frames per second. This is looking pretty good to me. This looks absolutely fine. And obviously, if we die here, we'll switch to frame gen times 3. And let you see what you
One
think
of
of
our
that.
opponents. There's something about this place.
Yeah.
I'll patch you up.
Feeling stronger already. Be on the lookout for spider force.
Lead them to Khonshu.
Alright, well this is taking them a while to
Dying.
take me down. So I'm just going to switch it right here on the fly. We're going to go up to times 3 now. And as you can see, everything's still on ultra. And we're on ultra quality. Alright, we lived through that somehow.
You're welcome.
Only 60 seconds left.
And now we're above 200 FPS. This with ultra quality, to me, again, I'm not noticing any noticeable latency in my inputs whatsoever. The Nvidia low latency really does work wonders for that. To me, this feels absolutely fine. Normally, you would not want to play an FPS or a competitive game with frame gen. Most people would say because of that, but I would disagree. For me and my purposes, again, not any kind of pro gamer or anything, but I am not noticing any perceivable latency from this. So let's quickly try and switch to 4x frame gen and see if it gets any worse. Again, ultra settings for everything, ultra quality, for the super resolution, and now we have 4x frame gen, and now we're getting up to 278 FPS. 300 even. But over and above 250 FPS, to me, this is absolutely incredible.
This is a nice spot.
Alright, I have my ultimate here, but this feels totally fine. When I press something, I'm not feeling any real perceivable latency, and I think this is absolutely fine. Rest of the team coming.
Maximum this is real firepower. You're welcome.
Oh no, Spider-Man. Team. Gotcha. In your face. So again, 4x frame gen right now, 275 FPS. Pardon me. 4x frame gen with 270 FPS. This feels and looks absolutely incredible. I have no problem running this game on 4x frame gen. Now you might see some visible artifacting at 4x. When I'm playing a game at this kind of a fast pace, I don't personally, but you might, and you might not like it, so maybe you prefer times 3 or times 4. But I'm not noticing any more latency from being on times 4 frame generation versus regular frame generation, and to me with the Nvidia low latency, Nvidia Reflex, with the changes they made to that absolutely to me is an absolute game changer. Absolute 100% game changer. So, I would say, for me, I'm totally fine running at 4x frame gen like this with ultra quality for the DLSS. But on our next step, we will test out what it looks like on regular quality versus ultra quality here in Marvel Rivals, and you get a chance to see that. But again, who's complaining? When you're getting over 280 FPS, looks pretty good. And again, Nvidia Reflex, probably one of the coolest bits of software I've ever seen.
Don't let that thing roll another inch.
Time to cut their journey short.
Looks like we're about to win this match here, perhaps. Trying to force overtime.
This is real firepower.
Alright, so we took them there. So again, as you're seeing, well over 200 FPS. Closer to the 300 mark, well over 250. Absolutely incredible. And next game we're going to go look at the quality settings. Now we're going from ultra quality down to quality, and we will turn frame gen off. As you can see, everything else set to ultra. Everything else to ultra. And we're going from ultra quality to quality. And as you can see here, well, we'll get into a game first so you can see what the FPS looks like. It looks like we're joining a game in progress. Looks like we also lost another player, and it looks like we're going to need support in this game. So, rocket it is.
Some of my best friends are crooks and villains. Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
Looks like this game's about to end. Close to it anyways.
Us against the world!
I'm bright like a star. Oh, someone scratch my back. on the brink, baby.
Pretty easy to heal ourselves through that, and then going down.
Fun that it should be.
Go.
I don't feel.
Team, you're ready for action.
Doing okay here. But as you can see, pretty solid FPS here. We're at a 127
There goes one.
on max graphics at 1440p. That's not bad.
Hostiles coming in fast.
If I'm being honest, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more performance, or maybe just this game more well optimized. 5070 Ti is a pretty high-end card, and the fact that without the magic of frame generation, being at 110 FPS, that's, I mean, I understand I'm at Ultra, but it's still 1440p, it's not 4K, so a little disappointing if you ask me. Not gonna lie about that. But, on that note, I absolutely love frame generating as a wonderful technology, and with Nvidia low latency, or with Nvidia Reflex for the low latency input delays, I think it's really a game changer. But again, we're at 0 times frame gen right now. We're just waiting until our
I'll patch you
yeah.
up.
Sorry. Are you really gonna come through? Alright, so as you can see, about 117.
You're welcome.
Oh, we are being attacked. Maybe we'll load that. I don't have to reload, it should be okay. No, okay. So, got a little drop there, I guess, right there. And now we are at DLSS quality, and we're going to turn on frame gen
make it
too.
easy.
And again, everything else maxed out for us. So this is at Nvidia DLSS. We're at the quality setting with 2 times frame generation. So now we're up to 220 FPS in spawn.
I'm bright like a star.
Where can I put the thing down? Maybe
Hey, the human host is down.
right over
You're
here.
ahead of armor patch here. Pay up. Don't mind me.
No,
I'm just
someone's
dying.
got me already.
Get out of here. What are y'all waiting for? Tremble before boss.
I was in trouble.
And 180 FPS. Mid combat 179, 178, 76. Pretty decent.
See that? Sniper.
Started to take down my thing a little bit.
Sniper's in limbo.
You're ready
Oh,
for action.
oh, it takes damage. It takes 30 seconds for me to put it back. I thought I could just take it down and put it back.
Stop them in their tracks.
Anyways, FPS is looking good. 170. We're bouncing around.
Heads up, we got a sniper
About
over
177. The high 170s here, and this is just 2x.
here. You're ready for action.
This is the frame gen that's still available on the 40 series as well. So you could get this if you're running, say, like a 4070 Super, 4080, or a 4070 Super kind of deal. 4070. I guess if you vote 4080 level the 5070 Ti is, you'd be able to achieve this as well. Now we're gonna go up to
Things are gonna be
we're staying at
different
quality, and
this
we're gonna up it to 3x frame gen now. Again, everything else set to ultra, and our frame rates looking real nice. Nearly 300 now. Nearly 300 FPS. And the quality, I'm going to say, looks fantastic.
Only 60 seconds left.
This versus ultra quality, I'm not noticing... Not a huge noticeable difference. Like, this still looks incredible to me. I'd be perfectly content playing with these graphic settings.
Armor patch here. Pay up.
So, definitely going to throw that out there for those of you who are curious that this is perfectly playable settings. Oh my goodness. I cannot. Oh, I can't be rezzed by my own thing. Alright, so that is at frame gen times 3. And now we're going to look at frame gen times 4. We can get out there fast enough for it. So again, we're at all the ultra settings, and this is at DLSS quality.
Against the world.
They keep ripping me up at the back lines, but you guys, that.
Keep fighting until we have
This
a winner.
is real firepower!
I'm gonna wait till my team's up. Now we're pushing the monitor's refresh rate fully, finally. This is the first time we've actually been able to push towards the monitor's refresh rate. We're not quite there. Not quite where we could be.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying. Judge!
Oh no, it's too late. We can get down that Black Panther. Is this thing covered? Oh, he's shot down her. Oh. Doesn't get Punisher from behind me.
Against the world.
It's almost dead. You can hit me though. So 4x frame gen still couldn't quite keep the average refresh rate of the monitor. So now we are going to look at.
Things are gonna be different
We're going
this
from
time.
quality to now we're going to look at balanced, and we will turn off frame gen. And once again, you can see everything else is set to ultra. So again, 1440p with Nvidia DLSS balanced.
Better stop that vehicle.
So now we've got about 176 FPS. Still looks pretty good on my monitor, I'm not gonna lie. This is totally playable.
It's now or never.
The upscaling technology is really incredible. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of people who hate on it in videos that I've
I'll
seen.
patch you up.
I'm very impressed with technology, I'm not gonna lie. This is really nice. I need heals.
You're ready for action. This is a nice spot. That was tasty.
I was in trouble.
Tremble before fast. Wonder if I can. I'll patch you up.
Huh.
Guess that turret can't fire if it's molten metal.
Don't give them another inch, or else.
I can't heal you up there.
The final 10
Where is she?
seconds.
Try and hold them down. Ow. Nobody on our team's dealing with the Black Panther. Let's check out the frame gen times 2 on balanced here. Again, once again, ultra on everything. This is what times 2 looks like. We're at about 220 FPS.
You're welcome.
Against the world.
200 FPS, dropping below, right around that 200 FPS mark. And again, input delay not even noticeable whatsoever. Absolutely feels incredible. For anybody curious, you will have to test it for yourself and see how you enjoy it. As far as the Nvidia Reflex goes, but to me, I don't see why you wouldn't ever have it on. It feels incredible. Input delay is just not noticeable. So let's get into our settings here. Piece of game of lettuce.
I will not rest until I return.
Alright, so let's see the settings.
Get ready.
So we're at DLSS and we're at super resolution balanced, and we are at 2x frame generation here.
By the people we strive to protect and lead.
All you need to
Alright.
do is capture the mission area.
So one thing I will say is the
My students on
display looks a little bit more washed. Still definitely very playable. Like if you're on say like a 5060 Ti or something like that, and you needed to couldn't use quality or ultra quality. I'd say it's definitely playable for sure. But for me, because I can hit such high refresh rates and I don't need it to sit at 360 all the time, as nice as that is, I think I'd be fine playing with that ultra quality or even quality.
Capture the mission area.
But this definitely looks fantastic. Huge upgrade from what I was working with prior to getting this.
I love mine things.
Well, that was a mistake. What we again? So this is with frame gen times 1. Let's look at frame gen times... Sorry, I should say times 2. Here's what times 3 looks like at balanced. So this will put us up to 255. Impressive. And like I said, response from Reflex. Very, very playable. Like totally, like not noticeable. Not noticeable to me. Nice, team's doing well. There you go, we got him. So FPS is, again, around that 250 mark. Very, very nice. Feels very smooth. There it is. Keeping them off the point, which is good. Looks like we got buried a little bit underneath.
More than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Check out our Jeff. A Jeff for a Jeff, though, is just simply one, eh? Interesting trade-off. Alright, man. Let's get the Thor. Oh, but that's unfortunate. He couldn't do anything. So that is frame gen times 3. Now let's see what times 4 looks like. Will this finally put us above
Their team's capture
refresh rate
progress
of
has
our
passed the
monitor?
halfway point.
Everything's, as you can see, I'll show you here. Still at ultra, everything at ultra for you, and we're at super resolution. Balanced.
As good taste.
Still not able to push that maximum 360 Hz refresh rate. Not with ultra settings, anyways. Game still looks great, though.
Maximum pulse!
No, thank you. No.
They've almost got it.
Help me. Thank you. Thank you. This guy's an idiot. Got himself killed. Almost got him, got him.
Against the world.
Down. Now. Just need a touch. Taking it over here. So weak. I just needed anybody else to shoot at him. Anyways, that was balance times 4. So now we're gonna go look at finally our last set of tests here at performance. So we will go start with 0 frame gen and then work our way down. So as you can see, everything else set to ultra.
I thought
Nvidia
we
DLSS
slayed demons.
performance.
This should be easy.
So here you can begin to notice the difference with the
30
DLSS
seconds
here.
before you attack. Get ready.
But it still actually surprisingly looks really,
I have cleared the
really
evil
good.
spirits from many lands. This realm shall
I
be no
am actually
different.
very impressed with how good the quality of the picture still looks. Like, I expected it to look more like this, you know what I mean? Versus this.
Simply for the greater good.
So it's pretty impressive.
The battle starts in 5, 4.
Very impressive technology. So again, this is 0 frame gen and we're getting about 140 FPS
All
now.
you need to do is capture the
Settings
mission
to ultra.
area. Got it?
So it really makes a difference whether you want what level of DLSS you want. Versus if you just want ultra settings or not. To me, 1440p ultra, if you're on a 5070 Ti, very achievable. And Nvidia Reflex makes it so it's worthwhile to use frame generation 100%. And I would say beyond just times 2.
Out of sight.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Very weak. She was so weak. Got all her health back. There we go.
Farewell.
One for you.
Mission area is yours. It's your wings.
Oh, we didn't get the Star-Lord as well?
I require help.
Shame.
This
I'm very weak.
you're mine.
I would forget you.
Beautiful. So this is with 0 frame gen. Now we will turn it up to frame gen times 2. And you can see everything's set to ultra.
Your god is suffering.
And now we're jumping up to about 200 FPS. A lot of ultimates. Is that ours? Help our Jeff out there. Beautiful.
Captured more than half of the mission area.
You can see 200 FPS. Looks great. 213, 214. Looks really good. And now we will up it to frame gen before they get here. Let's put it up again in performance mode. We're going to go up to 3x.
I still
Again, everything's still on ultra. And 3x frame gen. Sounds like that's their ultimate. Ow. Ow.
Control lost.
They are in front
Oh.
of us.
We got him. Not everybody died. That's good.
What a difference.
That ultimate's over.
This will confuse them.
Scarlet Witch. Here's Groot. Thank you, Magneto. Oh, he's still alive. There we go. Oh, God. Beautiful. Ow. Oh, Wolverine just attached to me. What? Oh, I got killed by Jeff? Interesting. Alright, well, let's up that frame gen
Reborn once more.
to 4x. So this is the lowest level of DLSS you can go on, and then we're on 4x. And then everything else is set to ultra. So this is like the best performance we would get out of ultra. Still
Their team's
under the
capture
360
progress has
hertz
passed the halfway
refresh
point.
rate. So 1440p ultra, this beautiful OLED 360 hertz monitor. Unfortunately, on every DLSS setting, I cannot have everything set to ultra. I want to max out this monitor. But like I said before, the performance from it's totally fine. You're not dead. There we go. So 371, so we are hitting it, but we're not staying consistently above. But again, that's semantics, that's just snobby. I want my monitor to have its max beautiful it's too high up. So, we'll finish up this game here.
Mind,
Give our final
body,
thoughts.
and soul.
Alright, I'm on point. You for real, Spud? I heard a Jeff.
Can't shoot us his eye on you. Bring on the chaos.
Keep fighting until we have a winner. Us against the world.
See if we can get back up there.
Leave them to consume mutants.
Step aside. I love mind games.
Ah. Oh, looks like they won. He froze me in place, took me out of my out. Oh my hologram went off the edge. So, again, very playable FPS, very playable with 4x frame gen in my opinion. Like as you can hear, every time I click, it's jumping, right? So I'm not noticing a perceivable difference in timing, and especially if you play on controller, if you play this game on controller, I definitely would recommend you use frame gen just to smooth out the refresh rate, make the picture look a lot smoother in your while you're playing. Like, I definitely would recommend frame gen on Marvel Rivals. It feels great. I'm a big fan, and even on performance, I still think it looks beautiful. I absolutely think DLSS is an incredible technology. You can see a little shimmering like in the background here, right? Like little things like that. But I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. I think that was definitely a thumbs up performance for this this card. I'm very impressed by it. So if you wanted my verdict, I would personally, if I'm running the 5070 Ti, my settings that I use is I go with ultra quality, everything's set to ultra, and then I'll play anywhere between 2 and 4x frame gen. Like I said, even at 4x, I'm not noticing any real latency that would make me not want to play on that setting. And for me, again, anything beyond 200 FPS, like the smoothness, it's smooth enough for me. But again, my preferred settings, I would go with ultra quality and then frame gen anywhere between 2 and 4. See what you're most comfortable with. To me, that looks fantastic. I absolutely think the picture quality looks phenomenal at ultra quality. Still looks, to me, I'm so shocked at how good it looks at performance and balanced. But I do notice a tiny bit of a difference. Quality or ultra quality versus native, I'm really not noticing that much of a difference or any difference at all, really, well in game playing. So again, these would probably be the settings I'd go with. Again, for you, I would say just see what you think of anywhere of the frame gen at 2x, 3x, or 4x, because you're not really getting any increase in latency, not perceivable amounts between 2 and 4x, especially with the Nvidia Reflex low latency on by default. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, consider leaving the video a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see me run some tests on Marvel Rivals here at 1080p. But that was it for 1440p Ultra. Once again, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Deuces.
Make way for